time. This summer, new SACE is coming for you.
The introduction of the new SACE has caused a difference of opinion on how successful the new program will become. Round 1.
I think one of the big advantages of new SACE is that it moves away from restricting students. Well, the review discovered that students were doing many units, but were not necessarily getting their SACE. And so one of the reasons why students weren't getting their SACE is because of the restriction in terms of the Group 1 and Group 2 subjects.
Less restrictions sound great, but what about university?
Now the new SACE it's really good for TAFE courses or apprenticeships, but if you want to go to uni, it doesn't give you the great educational experience. It's just not good enough, especially compared to the IB.
Old SACE was an excellent curriculum framework for its time, which was 20 years ago. The new SACE, I think, fits with the 21st century and what it is that 21st century adolescents really need. The new SACE looks at how you personalise learning, and in particular it asks for students to not have to do a Group 1 and Group 2 subject, to be able to personalise their subjects that they're passionate about and to be able to go more deeply because there are less subjects. We also know in terms of feedback from employers that employers are really interested in students' capabilities or young people's capabilities, and that's why our new SACE is actually focused on it. And we also, when we researched current SACE, found that students were doing, they only required 22 units, but they were doing 30, 34, 36 units. So students were doing far more than what they actually needed. So with the new SACE, we're really focusing on do what you need and do it really well. And I think that's an important step forward, and it fits with the concept of the 21st century. Personalise your ringtone, personalise your learning, which is important.
I'm not sure about ringtones, but a more personalised learning aspect sounds positive. Surely there's a price to pay.
I think one of the main issues for the new SACE is that it has to encompass such a broad range of student abilities and student needs. The reasons behind that, we're told, are that to give students more depth rather than more breadth, and I think that's a really good idea. I'm just not sure whether students who make a choice which isn't the right choice perhaps, and it proves to be something that they want to change, have enough opportunity to be able to move in different directions.
So why the sudden change? Surely the old SACE had another flaw to cause creation of the new SACE.
In South Australia, I think it was only around 53 or 54% of students who actually got their SACE. Now, evidence shows that completing Year 12 is really a really important foundation to people's skills after school. So we can't afford as a state having nearly half of our young people not getting the SACE.
Round 2?
I believe it gives them a more tedious workload. It gives them a lot more to do, but it's a lot more tedious and rather pointless work, especially with the PLP. In old SACE you probably do more work, but it's a better quality work. It's something that you can actually think about, not basically look at this over the internet, then write something on it, basically rewriting a report you found instead.
The other concern I think that most teachers have raised, and I think it's probably a more realistic one, is that because students do not have to pass all of those subjects, in fact they only have to pass, get to C level, their compulsory subjects to get their SACE. It means that they can do a lot of subjects and not really apply themselves, but still move to the next level and get that accreditation. That will result in students progressing from one level to another without really having met the requirements of that level, and that really the certificate could be devalued.
I hate the new SACE.
I think the new SACE has the potential to be great.
I don't like the new SACE.
Overall, it would seem that the new SACE is not all it's cracked up to be. However, it does provide students with greater opportunities to study what they enjoy, without the old SACE's restrictions.